we are going to talk about Humble Bundle and why it's awesome. So, recently, Drake, one of the people that watches me on Twitch, one of the few people over there that's awesome enough to watch me, told me that you could become an affiliate of Humble. Humble is one of my favorite things ever. I've been a part of it. No shit, I shit you not. I have the receipts. I've been part of it since December 27th, 2019. Anyway, what it is a marketplace, much like Steam or Green Man Gaming or Epic, where you can buy games at a sometimes different price than you can on Steam or Epic or Green Man Gaming. So, they have a few other things they do, and it's part of the reason why I love it so much. So, we'll start out with just like their basic store, right? So you just go over to their store and they have everything you'd want. But they also have things that you generally cannot get on places like Epic and Steam and Green Man Gaming. And it's things like books. I have gotten more Warhammer novels from these people than any other source. And it's like, you'll pay like $25 and you'll get like 25 novels. It's amazing. So you just go on here, they list everything. It's not the greatest interface. A portion of every sale goes to charity. You get to choose the charity that you want to donate to, unless it's a specific bundle. Then that bundle might already have like a designated charity. It's not a large percentage, but they don't take a lot for themselves. They basically they always have stuff on sale. And kind of the way they work is on quantity. So, a couple of other things I'll show you in a little bit are another reason why I like it so much, and why their stuff is just always on sale. Even a lot of brand new games that come out day of will be 20% off for me. So that's just awesome. So they have a store and they have Nintendo games also. So if you're a Switch player, they have those. They have Nintendo, Android, Linux, Mac, 3DS, Rift, Switch, Vive, Windows, and Windows VR. And then they've got, all the standard stuff, right? But the thing that makes them cool is they have these other options. They have choice, which we'll talk about last, and they have bundles. The bundles are where you're going to get your coolest items, okay? So they have 3 different kinds of bundles. They have games, books, and software. Games will be just, let's look at this. So they've got all the Leisure Suit Larry games. It's $13. And generally what they do is they'll put all of them together. This was a bad choice. But anyway, as you can see, you pay $7 and you'll get all 13 games. If you like point and click adventures, this is a stupid one you can do. And you can see over here, they don't really push it. They won't like force you. They won't do the thing where it's like, would you like to add a $5 thing? No. Just all the profit goes to Make-A-Wish. That's it. So it's a way for you to get older games or more obscure games, sometimes really good games, for considerably cheaper, and help out a group while you're doing it. Let's look at another one. Let's look at Humble Heroines. So this is a themed bundle on female protagonists. Okay. And they've got it broken up into 2 sets. They've got a pay at least $5 for these 3 games, or pay $12 and get all of these, which if you haven't played Darksiders and or Pathfinder, amazing games. This game will set you back 120 hours of your life. Highly recommend doing the Necromancer / Lich route. Not your first time. It kind of ruins the game if you do that. But it's hilarious compared to the rest of the game. So that's kind of how they do it. They just go through and they have different bundles. So this is a kid one. Barbie game, Paw Patrol, Blue. I might get this for my kids, actually. I might get this. I legit might get this for my kids. As you can see, lots of shit. So this one has, and they'll do this on a lot of them. They'll do this more on the books, but on the games, they'll do it some. So $10, 3 games. 6 games, $15. 9 is 20. And the way that they determine those prices are the average price of what people are donating. Okay. And so if people start donating, if people start paying more for the bundle, they'll raise the average price, thus raising the cost of the bundle. This one's for Naomi House and Jack Place. Don't know what it is? Probably still cool though. You don't know what all the charities are because they have a shitload of them. So that's games. Pretty simple. Usually work on a theme, and they change relatively often. So like this has 13 days left. This has 1 day and 20 hours left. So they just kind of roll in and out constantly. So here's books. Books is kind of broken up into 3 different things. There's skill books, where it's like, you know, all the dummies books. I think I saw one that was like 15 different like dummies books for like home. It was like based around like home repair or something like that. And you could get a shitload of them, like basic carpentry. You can get like basic plumbing, stuff like that. There are like training books. So that's going to be things like this one. It's a how to learn C# or C, you know, C++ and stuff like that. Those are kind of like skill books, but they're more like, sometimes they can be like courses and stuff. And then there's also just, oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke. There's skill books, which these would fall under. Then there's tabletop books. So they sell things like Pathfinder. They sell things like BattleTech books, all sorts of stuff. I've even seen Dungeons and Dragons and Rogue Trader stuff on here. They do a lot with Black Library. It's actually really nice. So this is a really good way if you're like, if you're an avid D&D player or an avid Pathfinder player, sometimes getting all the different rule books and scenarios and modules and stuff can cost a lot of money. Or you can get them here for an incredible discount and support a charity. Just saying. Software. Software is really cool. My buddy Andrew and I have always wanted to make a game, like a video game. And so we both bought the Godot. It's basically like a Godot starter kit. Comes with a bunch of assets that are like higher quality than the free stuff. Came with a bunch of like instruction stuff, tutorials, stuff like that. So if we ever actually get the time, both of us are dads of small children, we may never get the time, but no matter what, we supported someone doing it. And there can be anything. I've seen assets for video games. I've seen music for creators. So like if you need like DRM free music, you can buy it here. Here's RPG Maker, bunch of stuff to do with RPG Maker. Oh, speaking of it's music for dummies. It's a bunch of music books. But yeah, no, you'll just find a bunch of random stuff and it just cycles. So like what I usually do is, I'll usually check it once a week and, waiting for Godot. So I usually check it once a week and most of the stuff's the same, but like this would fall off, and then new stuff would have taken its place. Cause they always try to have, I think, 6 in every category, like, so 6 software, 6 book, and 6 games going at the same time. But sometimes they have more promotions than that. So really cool. Good way to get a lot of like, so if you just like having cheap games to play, or, you know, you're going to go on vacation, it's going to be boring as hell, you know, grab a bundle, you know. I should probably have chat up, shouldn't I? Oh shit. Troglodyte. Well, thanks, Troglodyte. Okay. So the last part here, we're going to look at choice. Choice is the thing that makes Humble like truly unique. It's a subscription program. I know, right? But it's not that bad. It gives you different games every month. And as you have it, as you have the subscription, you also get a totaling, like, increasing discount on their store. So you start out with 1 month active, you get 10%, then 15, then 17, and then I'm at 20. It's not every game, but almost every large video game seller, except Nintendo, because they hate everyone, will allow Humble to have a 20% discount. And then it always tells you about the current month's charity. So you don't get to really pick the month's charity, but that's what it's going to do. And so, basically it's just a nice thing. So you usually get one AAA game, two AA games, and then some indies, right? So this one, instead of a AAA, this time they're giving you all 3 Tomb Raiders, the remastered versions. And, I mean, I don't own them. Would I play them? Probably. And here's the thing. If you're a game collector like me, I've got way too many games. You're always going to run into the problem of like them having a game you already have. Shut up, Tube. Oh, Nintendo. Nintendo hates everyone. Sorry. I already own Dredge, right? So what I'm going to do is when I get this code, I'm just going to give it to one of my friends. Like one of the people on my Discord. Somebody I know will play it and want it. Like last month I gave Pacific Drive to my buddy Andrew. I know he'll play it. So stuff like that. And the cool thing is I think you can even pause your subscription if you don't like that month's offerings and then pick it up the next month. You might lose your concurrent thing, but you're after 3 months you go up to 15. So really you're only getting 5% more after a year. And then a lot of times they'll have things like this where you'll get the base game of Dredge, right? Yeah, see? People like Tomb Raider. Troglodyte likes Tomb Raider. But see, so not only that, you'll get the base game, but you also get like a discount code usually for the DLCs. Or like the music or the art book or whatever. The chat is going nuts over this Nintendo stuff. By chat, I mean the 5 people in the chat. So I was just going to go through and kind of show you what they've had recently. So last month was pretty good. It was Pacific Drive, which I'm loving right now. Homeworld 3 is supposed to be really good. And then Gravity Circuit looked fun, and Zal looked fun. So, like I said, it's usually one big game, Pacific Drive, and then a couple of smaller games, and then a bunch of indies. So we can just go back. And the cool thing is you can kind of check what everything has been. So you can literally do this, and as you can see, I've claimed a lot of games on here. I've been doing this a while. Let me find a good one. That was a good one. So November last year was Dark Tide, Persona 4, Lamplighters League. All 3 of those. This was a remake, I believe, or like a full edition. But it was like new game, or this came out right when they did like a huge update. And then this was a new game at the time. And then this was a remaster or like a full DLC. And then Garden Life is supposed to be like really good if you like cozy games. They also like to do that. They don't theme these at all. And so generally these will be like a good mix. So somebody always gets something. And let's say if we click on something, go back. Let's see. Like last year, right? Or last month. I didn't do Fabledom. I already own it. So we'll click on it, and I can straight up get it for myself or automatically send it to somebody on my Steam. You link your Steam account to it if you want, and then automatically it'll just do whatever you need. So instead of having to go in and like copy and paste the stuff over and over again, you can literally just go in there, click it, get to Steam, adds it to your library. Or in this case, I'll probably give it to somebody in my Discord if they want it. It's a really fun game, by the way, if you like city builders. It's like a whimsical city builder where you'll get like giant beanstalks and all that stuff happening. Okay, so why am I talking about this so much? Well, A, thanks for sticking around for so long. B, I'm now an affiliate. So I'm gonna put my link in the description. If this looks fun to you and you want to sign up for it, I will get a kickback. I don't think it's big. It's especially on the monthly one, it's not big, but if you buy anything, I get a kickback. Also, it helps charity. I'm cool with that. Me being an affiliate has no effect on the charity. It just takes the profit, some of the profit away from Humble. So, um, I was happy to hear about that. I was kind of worried that they were going to like basically instead of cutting the profit portion, uh, in half, they were going to cut it into thirds because it's then profit, donation, and portion for the affiliate. So yeah, but like I said, if you want to support a small streamer and you need some games, or you want like, sometimes it's just easier to have like lots of different stores. So like if I really want a game, I'll check 3 or 4 different stores to find out what's got the best deal. This is just another one you can add to your arsenal. And if you use my code, it helps out the channel. So I just wanted to come on here and talk to you about one of my favorite things ever. They also have a blog. You can go on here, see what's going on. They'll tell you about different charities. They'll tell you all sorts of cool stuff actually. So, and then they always talk about the monthly choice. So if you don't know the games, they also have links to all of them. So let's do Griftlands. You can use this, and they all have like the standardized little what's going on with this game, you know? And so it tells you quite a bit about each game. So, like I said, obviously do whatever you want to do. I just think it's a good deal. I've been using it forever. I've given away a lot of games to my friends, and I've kept a lot of games for myself. And with family sharing on Steam, because it's mostly Steam titles, with family sharing, so like I'll buy that kid bundle for my kids. I can turn on family sharing. They can play it on their Steam accounts for no extra price, because I don't have to, unless 2 people want to play it, right? So it saves me the money. Anyway, I know it's a little bit rambly. Sorry about that. I hope you guys have a great night. Check out Humble. If you would, use my code. It doesn't have to be for anything, but if you end up buying something, it does help me out. You know how affiliate codes work. This is the first time I've ever done one, so sorry. Hope you guys have a great night. Mouth is out.